What is going on, guys? Mirko here with WordTech, and I know it's been a while. The setup has obviously kind of changed a little bit from what the previous setting looked like, but today what I have for you guys is a new keyboard video. So Roseville sent me their keyboard a couple months ago, and it actually finally died out on me when I was at work. So I kind of threw it off to the side and I needed a new keyboard. So I went on Twitter, and there's an account that I follow that tweets out coupon clips for like tech and stuff, and well, I found this keyboard for really cheap on Amazon. So it retails for $40, but at the time there was a code that gets you pretty much 50% off. So you get a mechanical keyboard with full light up blah 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 this and that with Cherry MX blue switches for a total of 20 bucks. So I will leave the coupon below to try to give it a try yourself. I bought this Wednesday of this past week, so it's Friday now. It came to me, so it came actually yesterday. So guys, this is the, I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce this name, but it is the TLOTS, hopefully you guys can see that, Chroma mechanical keyboard. It's a pretty decent keyboard for $20, guys, so let's jump right into the video. So first impression when looking at the box, I will have some close-ups of it. It definitely reminds me a lot of a Chrome Widow Black keyboard or whatever it is from Razer. The Chroma series, because it says Chroma mechanical keyboard, I feel like they really ripped off this box. I'm pretty sure this keyboard is a Chinese knockoff from whatever anything is, but for all honesty, I only paid 20 bucks for it, so I'm not complaining, and it's a mechanical keyboard with function keys and stuff, and there's anti-ghosting, so really for $20 I don't think I'm really losing. I will be buying a full new pretty much desk setup as soon as we're going to be remodeling our upstairs with hardwood floors, which means that I'm going to be replacing this desk with a new desk, and at that time is when I'm going to be buying really expensive stuff. But just for this right now, this $20 keyboard will actually do it, and honestly you guys are going to see that for 20 bucks the keyboard actually does a pretty good job. So guys, in hand right here is the keyboard. First off, the very first thing that I did when I took this keyboard was I did the usual bend test, and I couldn't really bend it at all. It was actually a pretty sturdy keyboard. I mean, there is definitely some twist compared to some of the other keyboards I've had, but really it's a minimal twist. I don't think there's actually metal in between it. It's just kind of like, this is metal, kind of aluminum finish at the top, and you have aluminum finish chrome at the end. But really it is a nice keyboard for what it is. It's actually a really good build quality. You have the option of having the flap at the bottom, which I like, having the armrest at the bottom. It bolts onto the back of it, and the armrest at the bottom is actually pretty worth it. I didn't think it actually came with the keyboard until I opened it up and saw the back packaging of it. So guys, overall this is a really nice keyboard. On the side of it, as you guys will see with B-roll, there are some LED you guys will see on the back that this see with B-roll that this only lights up with red over here on the side. And then after that, you have different settings that you can use for the keyboard lighting. So you have a function key right here. However, it doesn't tell you what lighting settings, it just has the number. So it did take me a while to try to figure out what function key does what, and I'm surprised it didn't kind of have like a display cap at the bottom or say anything about it on like a menu or something. But it does have function keys for volume down, up, screen print, all the usual stuff, locking your computer and everything, and then there are different profiles for the lighting, which we'll get into right now with some B-roll. One of the things that I really like about most keyboards or some keyboard companies, what they do is they give you a braided cable. Personally, I like a braided cable, but I don't like it too thick. This is a really sturdy quality braided cable. It's not super thick. I think it's like the perfect amount of thickness, so it doesn't kind of get in your way, because the really thick braided cables kind of get all clunched up and then they don't really straighten out. Whereas the thinner braided cables are easier to straight out versus the thicker ones that kind of get clunked up easier. Going around back, as you can see that we have a gold plated USB cable. Nothing too special about that. I definitely think that the cable is one of the important parts about a keyboard, and whenever I do see it is braided, it kind of helps me out, although that I spent $20 on it, that I am getting a decent build quality, although the build quality on this is already pretty decent. So flipping around on the switches, we do have Cherry MX Blue switches, or I believe they are blue switches. I'm not 100% sure if they're MX. They could just be blue switches that are knockoff switches. That's what my opinion is. But we do have switches. It is not, the switches are not lit up. These have a background to they have a LED background to each keyboard itself, or to each key itself. It is not a lighten up switch. But for all honesty, this actually does type really good. For some reason, this could be because my hearing sucks, but some of the time that I feel like that it is not as clicky or as loud. So like the space here or the enter key here is a lot less clicky, doesn't have that high of a frequency pitch compared to a different mechanical keyboard that I had before. But the normal keys here have the same clicky feel. It is actually really nice tactile, it gives you good feedback. And for $20, a lot of people are looking for mechanical keyboards, especially all my friends that are not getting into PCs. They're asking about, what can I do for mechanical keyboard? In all honesty, if you do have the money, go for something between the $150 range. But for me personally, I'm going to be getting rid of this keyboard soon, and this is kind of just like a cheap replacement. And it also gave me the opportunity to make a video for you guys. So for 20 bucks, I honestly think for this keyboard, even with the $40, it's a pretty decent price. But I will also list other keyboards that I believe are great for under $40 for mechanical keyboards, or I can just do a separate review on that at one point in time. So in all honesty, the keyboard is actually really slick. It feels like I have a really good typing experience with this keyboard. I don't really see too many problems with it. You do have the two flaps underneath here if you want to raise the keyboard up. And for all honesty, for $20, I really do think that you are getting a great typing experience for compared to some other keyboards. This $20 keyboard feels the same as the $100 keyboard that I got from Rosewell. Maybe the space bar is a little bit more flimsy, but in all honesty, that's about it. The thing that I honestly like about better this keyboard than the Rosewell keyboard is that it has this kind of armrest. I understand you can buy an armrest or whatever for your keyboard. However, you have to resort to an external one rather than having this one that gets attached. So whenever you do move your keyboard on accident, your armrest isn't going to be moving fluently with that keyboard like it would be if it was attached to it. So guys, I'm sure you guys are wondering, how does this keyboard actually sound like when it's typing? Well, I did a little short clip of that, so let's get right into it. So guys, this keyboard actually does not disappoint for $20. I would have expected actually to be a lot worse. I didn't think the build quality was going to be as good, but a Chroma backlit keyboard for $20, especially mechanical Cherry MX Blue switches, let's just call them Cherry MX, is a really good deal in all honesty, and it's a great entry-level mechanical keyboard if you don't have the money. Me personally, I didn't want to go out and spend $200, $150 on a keyboard just yet, because I am going to be getting up and moving all these things around, and I figured I might as well wait till Black Friday to get a good deal on it. But for $20, I feel like that is a super steal on this keyboard, and all around I think it's a great keyboard for someone that just wants to get an entry-level experience of what a mechanical keyboard is like. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that review of the TLOTS. I'm just gonna not call it that. I'm just gonna call it the Amazon Basic Mechanical Keyboard. Just a quick overview. It is a great keyboard, guys. Go into it if you want to get something as a budget. Hopefully I will be making more videos soon with Ethan. I've just been busy with school aside and work aside and everything else, so hopefully I'll be able to do some kind of schedule, maybe once a month, twice a month video. But guys, that is all I have for you guys today, and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.